That's how I'm feeling like. Okay, so I'm on my way in the basement. I'm on my way in the basement, and everything. Don't worry about, what's that? That's some black trash bags. Black trash bags. They, just hanging up in front of the window and everything. They looking like, crazy. But that's blocking the hottest part of the sun from out of this living room. But I'm on here for a whole different purpose today, right? So, I just finished dragging my dollhouse, my big dollhouse, up the basement steps, okay? And so when I brought it up here, I was like, okay, now where you gonna put it? Because I'm trying to sell my couch because it's got to get up out the living room, all right? Okay, so now I'm on my way down the basement steps. Again, my basement is a mess because I've been pulling out dolls for the last couple of days, getting ready for this. Hi, Barbie, that type of thing. And it's like stuff everywhere. Stuff is everywhere down here. So I just wanted to bring y'all on a tour because you know what? This is what it's all about and everything. It's about, letting y'all go on my journey. And, I see I only had 2 views yesterday, right? I only had 2 views yesterday about this depression back up. But I'm going to tell you what, depression is real. And it happens to the best of us, okay? And when things are not going the way you expect it to go, it's like, oh my goodness, and you feel some kind of way. And sometimes it creates this slump for you, and you kind of sit down in it, and you might lay down in it because you ain't real sure, you know what I mean, about how to handle the thing. But today I woke up and I was like, okay, this is what we got to do this morning. And we got that done. And then I saw on my phone that they had a sale on Dungeness crabs at the grocery store. And I was like, oh, we know what we're going to eat. Okay, so I went to the store and I just felt good and I felt kind of empowered, like, young and strong. That's how I felt. And I was real happy about that because yesterday I was feeling some kind of way all day yesterday, right? And so I've been thinking about having this discussion on my Instagram, right? But I'm not really on Instagram that much like I used to be. So I'm just starting to put a couple of reels up. If you want to check my Instagram out, it's Joanne. I am Joanne Howard. It's the same thing. I am Joanne Howard on Instagram, okay? And so you can look for me over there if you want to. But I'm just like, I got to do something and I ain't sure what. And so the whole thing was, about me getting ready for school to start in August next month. Like, okay, it's getting ready to start in a couple of weeks now. But I was going to homeschool my grandson. But his mother, my daughter, decided, no, she want him to go to school. Okay, so he lives in my house, but I guess he get ready to go live with his mother now. Because, like, okay, I'll come back with that conversation. So, we'll come back to that, okay? I will come back to that part of the conversation. But I said, okay, I got to figure out what I'm going to do now. And I ain't sure what that's going to be, but I need to figure it out because I need a job. And I just resigned my job that I had with the city here because I was coming home to homeschool my grandson for middle school, 6 through 8. Okay, we'll come back to that conversation. Meanwhile, I said, I got to do something. And I'm not sure what, but I got to get my views up and I got to get them going. And my house is all packed up. That's another conversation, too. Did you hear what I said? That's another conversation, too. But it's all about taking you on my journey, letting you go with me on my journey. So I heard, my girl that I follow, her name is Erin on Demand, right? Erin said, it's time for creators who are ready to come out here willing to share their story, their life. You ain't got to give them everything, but you want to let them go along with you as you are on your way to where you're going, right? And so it's like you want to make sure that, you keep some of your stuff, because some of your stuff you just need to keep. But then the other thing, you want to let them go along with you, because then they find your genuine you, your authentic you. And then they want to, like vibe with you and, support you and hang out with you, and they become a part of the, family and the tribe, that kind of thing. So I learned that from her back in 2019. Okay. And I started a channel and I did good. And that channel, okay, I don't know how many times I keep saying it's up to 51 subscribers. When I stopped, it was on 34. I looked about 2 weeks ago, it was on 44. I looked at it yesterday, it's on 51. I ain't put a video up there since I stopped my videos in November of 21. And the last one would post sometime in January of 22. Okay? Because I did 13 of them before I had knee surgery. But that channel is growing because what I put up was real and it made sense and it was perfect teaching for preschoolers. Okay? You want to check it out? T like Santa Claus, Tanta's Room. Okay? TANTASROOM. Tanta's Room. Okay? And that's preschool education over there. Okay? These boxes are falling. I got all kinds of boxes. As many of you have seen, my house is packed up. I said that's another conversation. I mean, it's another conversation. We're going to have one. Sometimes I be thinking about having these conversations on Instagram, right? Because, it just seems like that's where people have conversations at, right? Not on YouTube and stuff like that. And people do have conversations on YouTube, but I guess maybe they be just coming out as creators and just sharing whatever they sharing, and that's how they, enter into the content creating world. And, they got whatever they got as their, storyline or their life or, whatever they're helping people with and, to do and to overcome and stuff like that. But over here, I have all kinds of things that I can talk about, but, I'm just not ready to talk about all of it. And while people are not, engaging so much by commenting, then I'm just like, okay, let them just keep looking and thinking. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, put my videos up, and, those who are watching, watch. Those who like, those who comment will. And as the engagement begins to pick up, then we can have these conversations. Because yesterday I wanted to cry several times. Several times I wanted to cry yesterday. And I'm fighting this depression thing because that thing is not a joke. It is real. Okay? But, it's just a lot. I have a lot going on. And we in trying times, in case don't nobody know. But meanwhile, back to the bringing up the doll stuff. Because I know somebody is like, okay, but what about the dolls? I clicked on here about the dollhouse. Okay, so back to the dollhouse. I drug that dollhouse upstairs. I still got one sitting over there, and my basement is a mess. And I still got 2 containers and compartments full of doll clothes and, accessories. And then I got a dollhouse that's standing right here behind me that I made. That's Ken's house. I made that one. And I'm going to show y'all this stuff, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get ready to show y'all this. Let me see how I can, Oh, you can't turn the camera around. Okay, so there it is. So here we go. This is my dollhouse over here. That one was pink right there. Okay, that was pink. And I painted it light purple about 2 summers ago. Okay, took it out front, painted it light purple. And now it's got all of my Bible books and things like that on it, because here's where I said to do Bible videos for my other channel that's called Gospel Meditations with Joanne Howard. See, so I have a lot of things going on. This I haven't done in a while. That's why my table is looking like that, because I've been trying to get this channel up. And trying to get this channel up means that, you can't be everywhere. You got to focus on what you're focusing on. And while I didn't have this channel and didn't know what I wanted to do with this channel, the one you watching me on, then I was like, okay, let me just share the word. Let's put the word out, keep the word going, because I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, so this is that whole scene and set up for that. You know what I'm saying? This here is one of the compartments for the dolls. Some of these drawers are empty because some of their stuff is upstairs, okay? But then there's a whole nother stackable drawer back there that's full. Then there's a box of Barbies right there, okay? I have a total of 69 of them, okay? And this right here standing up like this is Ken's house. I know y'all probably say, okay, but what kind of dollhouse is that? But I have to show it to you when I set it up and everything and pick it up and everything because you know what I'm saying. It's laying some kind of way. So I've been dragging this stuff upstairs. But let me see if I can help y'all get a little bit of it, okay? So now this bag don't belong in here because that's something Christmas I rolled down the steps. Okay, but you see his gym, and then he has a kitchen, and then he has a living room. I said I made all of these things. You know what I'm saying. This is his bedroom over there. He's got a, you know what I'm saying, little coat rack, or it would be for a closet, hanging there and everything. His bed has yet fallen onto the floor. Here it is. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, I made this. All this is handmade. Okay, there's his bed. Here's his pillow. He has one here. And then he has another here. Okay, and then this is, you know, his blanket and his quilt, his sheet, whatever you want to call it, like that, okay? So that's his bed. There's his dresser. I made all of this stuff out of cardboard and towels and sheets. There's a table for him. Then he has a door that leads out of his bathroom, out of his bedroom into his bathroom. I made all of that too, okay? That's some type of piece of, you can't see it all the way, y'all. When I put it upstairs and let y'all see the whole thing, y'all be able to see it, okay? This is his shower. It's coming apart here. Look at the cat. Look at the cat, because the cat think, oh, let's play. Isn't that playtime, Pootie? So we put this on here. Squeeze that straw and stick it inside of there like that. And it's hanging off, but the shower curtain is there, and he has a shower, and he has, you know, a toilet and everything. It's all under here like this, okay? I gotta glue it back down. Here's his toilet, okay? Told him sit down. You see the toilet paper on there? Okay, so this is, you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, my finger's over the screen, over the camera, okay? This is his dollhouse, okay? His house that I made for him. Because if you have Barbie, you need to have a Ken. Maybe you want to name him something else. His name ain't got to be Ken. Maybe his name will be Mike. I don't know. But, you know, you got to have something like that. So I have this, okay? And then that dollhouse. And I got to come and organize because, you know, when I took all of my stuff down from teaching the children, that's what you see over there. You know, it's a great crayon. You know, I can't even explain all this. The black bags up there and everything, that's Christmas stuff. Okay? Okay. I can't tell y'all all this stuff yet. Okay? But this is where we at. Let's go back upstairs. Meanwhile, this door on the floor goes upstairs to the dollhouse. And another pillow of Ken's, I see. I'm sorry, I'm going behind places because if you don't pick these things up, you won't know where they're at because this one and that one under there, they be doing stuff and they be playing. And this is kind of part of the conversation as I make my way back up the steps. The loud noise you hear is the fan. It's blowing because I'm not an air conditioning girl, but it's hot outside, okay? Where I live at, it's 98 degrees and they said it feel like 110. I've been out there, and praise God, they don't feel like 110 to me. But here's the big dollhouse. Let me click the light on it. Let me see. I thought I plugged it up. I did. Oh. Come on, this light has a short in it. The cord has a short in it. Okay, meanwhile, this is my real big dollhouse. Do you see that? 1, 2, 3, and then the top. Okay, so that's the big dollhouse. This is the piece that came off when I was coming up the steps. I just broke this. trying to carry this up the steps. My grandson came for a minute and he pushed it while I pulled it, okay? But I gotta fix that, okay? I have all of these porcelain dolls. I have not forgotten about them. They right there. I ain't put no hair on them. I ain't got them dressed. I ain't did nothing with their clothes to iron. The Barbies are over here. You saw them. We got them covered up because we yet ain't showing our business, okay? And these are the clothes for the porcelains. Haven't done anything with this stuff yet. I'm still collecting things. Been cleaning up my clothes. Got bags of clothes and boxes of shoes to go to the thrift store and all of that stuff. I said I got a lot going on in here. My finger again. I'm sorry. This is a phone, okay? I'm used to having my phone on my tripod when I'm doing this, and then I would be doing better. But then when I'm doing that, I'm usually doing it for real on a tripod, and so I want to be holding this vertically. I got to hold this horizontally so that it can upload right, okay? Y'all looking at these clothes that I'm looking at right here, because you know this is all Barbie stuff on this table and porcelain doll stuff and scrapbook stuff. It's just all up here because as I'm cleaning my closets out and things, that's what's happening. So I'm going in here with this loud noisy fan, my hand again, okay? And I got this big old, you see this great big old wardrobe. That's some poles that I was just knocking down. That's because I was cleaning out one of those wardrobes and getting rid of all of those clothes. Okay, let me turn the fan down so y'all can hear me and I don't have to scream, okay? But you yet looking at the doll stuff, okay? All these boxes and things, okay? I said this is another conversation, but I ain't having it today, okay? So we talked about these girls, and she's a part of the Barbie world that, you know, has never been opened. I've had her since I lived, on a street here, and that was back in 99. So that's how long I've had that. And this is the boys who are the boyfriends for these girls, okay, that I bought. Showed y'all that too. Those are on my shorts, okay? This is their little dollhouse, okay? This is for them, okay? And this all started because I've been had this for my children's channel, because on my children's channel I used to have a play date, because children like to play, and it can't be all teaching and no play. So on Monday and Tuesday was learning, Wednesdays was a play day, Thursday and Friday was learning, and some Fridays I would read a story, some Wednesdays I would read a story, so we could implement something for them to want to keep coming back to my channel. And that's what that was, because it was for learning, but kids like to play. So we did toys, and we did, you know, surprise toys. What did I get in the bag from the thrift store? Ooh, let's look. That kind of thing. We played with Play-Doh. We did different things, okay? When I say we, I'm talking about me for the children, okay? That's what I did on my channel, because if I was in my classroom, they would have playtime, but I don't teach school in the schoolhouse anymore. So I'm letting y'all see this stuff, okay? Because it's not just, you know, me talking about this stuff and somebody like, okay, well, when you going to do it? Well, you can't do everything. So I'm pulling out all this stuff now and getting this stuff going and stuff like that. You know, I got to sit here. I got to work on these books. You know, I got to put some content in these books. You know what I'm saying? I got these kinds of things to do. I have to get up here and, you know, say something about, you know, what I'm doing with these books. Because some people looking for hand lettering and all of that kind of stuff. You know, I have all of this stuff like this in here. And I got these dolls. Okay? And so we painting and we doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's things going on, and it's things that's not going on. Okay? Because you can't do everything at one time. But I am trying to introduce y'all to my doll world. Okay? Because I inherited all of this stuff from my sister at my church, Mother, who she was obsessed. Okay? Greatly obsessed. If I inherited 69 of her Barbies, and it was probably at least another 69 when I left. Okay, and so I have all of these things in here. I have all kinds of things. Okay, we'll be looking at this stuff for days on end and days on out. At some point, I had that same long white table over there, and I took everything out that I had, and I shared it on my Facebook page, and it was incredible because I have all kinds of things, from a stick of butter to toilet paper to dog food, all kinds of dishes, cookout things. I have every kind of thing you can imagine. Ask me if I have it. I probably do. So I'm putting this on the table, and that's why you're looking at the box, because we're running out of space to put it somewhere on this table. Okay? Because I'm showing you about the doll stuff while I brought the dollhouse upstairs. Okay? I have all of this right here. Okay? I've been looking in this one already because I had to go in this bag right here to find some of the doll stuff I was looking for and her clothes. Okay? And I was looking for the shoes. So this is some. But the rest of it is downstairs in the drawers. You saw that. Okay? This is nothing but pillows. This is all small pillows. Some mommy made, not my mother, but Tammy's mother. Some mommy made, and some, a whole lot of them she bought. Okay, y'all cannot admit. I said when I inherited this stuff, I said there is no way that I could ever make that as beautiful as mommy had it. And it was not black. It was all pink and white. But I painted the inside of it black because I wanted to put a string of Christmas lights. Now, mommy had her own Christmas lights on here. When I tell y'all can't believe how she had it. The Christmas lights was going all around the frame, coming down those sticks, and then on the top of this part, the roof, I want to call it, it was all flowers and all kinds of garden and greenery and all kinds of lamps. She had lamps up there, and she had lawn chairs. Baby. Okay? So I'm going to hope that I can do something nearly as beautiful as what she did with this stuff. But you have to have somewhere to put it. And I was like, well, what you going to do? Because where you going to put it at? You got all this stuff in here, and you got this couch, and the couch ain't gone yet. I put the couch on Craigslist, put the couch on Facebook Marketplace, okay? And the minute the couch get ready to go to bulk trash, because it's going to have to get out of here, and I'm just sorry. I don't even know. And by the time somebody asks me, it'll be gone to the trash. So I got this barren wall right here, this blank wall right here, that I moved all of these other boxes around and out so I could use this for school for my grandson. I said that's another conversation. So I said, well, you got that wall. Maybe you should bring the dollhouse up here and put it right there. And I'm like, I don't want to put that right there. And so bringing this big old thing down my steps, I broke 2 parts of it. And that's supposed to be over here on this wall. I'm taking y'all on my journey. Right here on the picture wall, right here. Beside my stand, put that clothing closet right here. Okay, take these out. Take these out. Take all of that out. Put that clothing thing there. Because all of my resale stuff is in these clear bags tied up underneath the table. But they got to be hanging up. But I couldn't hang them nowhere because I had nowhere to hang them at. Y'all understand? That means I had to go through the closets and get rid of the stuff. And now this here piece right here, I broke that. So we get ready to come together like MacGyver and fix this, because we're not buying nothing else, okay? This part is broke too, okay? I heard it snapping when I was coming down the steps. I said, Jesus. So maybe I can go to the hardware store and get some PVC that they got the small tubes in these sizes and see if they can accommodate me with something that looks like that. Because you know what I'm saying? I got to make something work in here. But I got to get that big old thing right there. I got to get that thing over here, which means I just finished moving all of these into place because all that stuff used to be on the tables. I'm just saying, y'all can go look at my shorts and you can find out how this room was a mess. This table right here was over there on that wall. And all of these things that you see and some of this stuff was all thrown out on this table. And I had stuff all over the floor and all over my desk and all up the steps. And it was just a whole lot. And it took me 2.5, almost 3 days to organize this. Now I got to take all of this out so I can put that closet here, because I don't want to go down the basement, up and forth, back and forth, up and down the basement, okay, to get clothing that people want to buy while I'm doing reselling, okay? All right, I don't want to do that. And I didn't want to be going up and down my steps to do it either. So bring that down, put it right here. Now we done drug this dollhouse up here, and it's like, where that's gonna go? So my idea and hope is to get this couch out of here. Okay, bulk trash is coming next Saturday. So if somebody don't say something between the night and tomorrow and Sunday, maybe Monday, baby, I'm gonna have to call this in. Bulk trash can come and get it, and it's going. Nothing's wrong with the couch at all. It's just when you're trying to start a home-based business, you have to have a space that does not offer comfort or leisure. And this couch presents that idea. So it has to go. And I have nowhere else to put it. I'm not putting it in my basement. You could see it was already too much going on down there. Okay? And I need to move this table in front of that window. And then I can put the dollhouse right here. And when Christmas come, I can move the dollhouse in the living room, put my tree right here, and we can still have, kind of Christmas set up. Because I don't know what else. Well, when are you moving? Well, I don't know yet. Have you just moved in? No, I've been here 8 years. Okay, but we're not on that conversation yet. We're looking at this doll stuff. Okay? So, I'm just giving y'all some backdrop on it and everything because, people can appreciate you when they know where you at with what you're doing. It's like, oh, she got something going on, but she real, I like her. I'm going to be listening to what she's saying. I'm going to watch her because she got something to say. And I do. Okay? I do. So we have all of this. This is like lamps and things like this. Fences. Some of that stuff that I told you was up on that rooftop and everything. It's some beautiful things. And some stuff people might say, well, what is that? That's trash. If you had looked at how she had these things assembled, you would have been like, oh my God. And this is some of the little teeny small flowers. When I say it took me about a week and a half to organize and sift through and, because I had to disassemble all of those things and bring it out of Mommy's house. That was 5 years after she passed away. Okay, because one of her middle daughters, Buddha the oldest, so Buddha, she the oldest, she was still living there. Okay, and I had to go and get these things and disassemble it. And it's like, you can just throw all that away. I can't throw nothing away. Mommy put her sweat, her time, and her prayers in this stuff. And I need to, not to mention her money. And I need to focus on the same idea because I'm sure it's an inheritance and a blessing to me. That's how I saw it. And I'm praying that God will use it in a mighty way like that. And that I can have conversations and talk about life and talk about God and talk about Jesus. And have, you know what I'm saying, a tribe who understand that, it's good to watch me assemble and put things together and talk about God and talk about His Word and talk about relationships with people and relationships with, spouses and children issues and, what's like in school and where we are in the world today. Those kinds of conversation pieces. That's what I'm talking about. But meanwhile, these are parts and pieces of curtains and towels and pillowcases. And I'm telling y'all cannot imagine by looking at this. I washed all of this stuff. It's about maybe 200 pieces in here. I'm talking about small little pieces, ripped up pieces, skinny pieces. When I opened some of them, it was pieces inside of pieces that tucked together. Some of it had paper towel all tucked in it. Then some of it was pretty. Remember when paper towels had pretty designs? Bounty and those kinds of quicker picker uppers, those pretty paper towels, right? She used them as beautiful quilts over top of the beds and nice pieces that strung across the couch like it was on the armrest for the couch. I'm just saying, y'all, all of these things are in here. and everything like that. But the paper towels I had to, discard because they were old and we can't be using them, okay? I can draw on a paper towel and do something if that's how I want to do that. But meanwhile, we're not taking everything out. That's some of the flowers and the little flowers. Now all of these are big flowers and a whole bunch of vines and things like that. And they all smashed down in here real good because I want to keep them, okay? Now what's over here? This is some other little stuff. Let me put my glasses on and I can identify something. Okay, we got straws and we got, look at that. This is a McDonald's sauce pack right here. You see it? But what it might have been was maybe a sink in a bathroom in her house. You never know. It could have been a dish pan. When I say I have all kinds of things, you don't even know all of the things that I have. It's just a beautiful situation. And these two pieces of wood go to that dollhouse out there too. I should pull this off. I don't know if I'm going to use them all because they were at the bottom actually, and I took them off because I didn't want all of them on there, but that one that fell off today, I guess I'm gonna keep that one on there. So let's just take this one down for a second because this one is almost empty. Okay, now let's look at that one. When I say I have all kinds of doll furniture and things, this is just one of them. Okay, there's another one underneath of it. Most of this is the summer stuff. Let's go over here to the chair because I don't have nowhere else to put it at right now. Okay, so this is, mostly chairs. When I say none of this stuff was packed up in a bag, none of it was. There were a total of 3 dollhouses that I brought home. 3. It was a small mini plastic one, and I took it apart because I wanted to paint it. It was pink. And I didn't want it to be pink because it was like a child's. And I wanted to paint it black and then paint it white. So put the black on there so it'd cover up the pink and then paint it white or something like that so I can make it how I want it. I didn't want all these pink doll houses. I know the Barbie movie is out now and everything makes sense. But when I say between that one and the purple one this downstairs and the pink one, so it would have been, this would have been large, then it would have been purple medium, and then it was a pink small. Every single piece of every single thing that you see in these bags and the bag that's still in this box, she had assembled in these houses. Let me see if I can pull this thing up with one hand. Oh, I said wasn't nothing packed up. It wasn't like it was a bag somewhere and somebody said, oh, mommy got this bag over here. You want this bag? No, I said all of this stuff was in these doll houses. All of it. I don't even know where to put this at so y'all can get some kind of full effect from it. But I'm trying to let you know. Okay? Let me just unzip this for a second. Let's unzip this for a second, okay? All right. Now these pieces, this is a couch chair, and here is the couch part to it. I've already put all of this stuff in the washing machine. I took all this stuff to the laundromat and washed all of these things because they were really dusty because she hadn't been here in 5 years. And it was still set up the way she had it when she played with them. Okay? Doll beds and stairs and things like that. Now, for the 3 main rooms, it had these big puffy couches. And I made one. I saw the one. Here's the one I made. I made this one by hand. I took an old pillowcase. And that's the, top portion of it right there with that seam. And then I stuffed it. And then I took another piece and cut it. And I stuffed that to make a bag. And then I sewed it all together like this. All in the bag. And then I took some fabric paint and I painted it like this. And I put that in another one of the rooms. I said all kinds of china closets and china dishes. Some of these dishes are plastic, but some of them are glass. Some of them are glass. All kinds of food. I'm talking meat. I'm talking about vegetables. I'm talking about all kinds of boxes of cereals and canned goods and cookout food, ribs and hot dogs and crates of, cartons of eggs and juices and milks. When you open the refrigerator, real food, and the refrigerator was full. I couldn't believe none of this stuff. I just couldn't even believe it. When I saw it, I said, oh, you better sit down. Because I couldn't even believe it. And I sat down in the floor because not a piece of any of this furniture was not in one of these houses. And they were not crowded and crazy. It might look like how this look. This is completely organized. I know where everything is in there that I'm looking for. And it wasn't crowded like that where you couldn't walk into the room with your fingers and take a doll in and get her up and take her out. She had a dresser. She had pull-out drawers. They had a carpet in front of the dresser. When you opened the drawers, the clothes was folded up in it. Baby, when I say, I'm wondering, do anybody know what I'm talking about? So this is what I'm saying when I was saying that, I drugged this dollhouse upstairs. And I'm thinking about, okay, well, what are you going to do with all of this stuff? Where are you going to put it at? How you going to work this out? And I'm like, I don't know yet. But I'm going to do a video about it and let them know, because I ain't just pull out the dolls. I have all kinds of things, y'all, but I'm only one person. And I only can put up what I want to put up, what I can. Okay? What I want to and what I can at the time that I'm doing it, because I'm not in a particular niche. My niche is have fun and let's be successful at it. That's my niche. Have fun and let's be successful at it. Okay? I have scrapbook for junk journals that I'm working on in my mind. I just finished ordering some more stuff today. I'm tired of ordering stuff because I don't have no money and I don't have no job. But every time I look at something on one of these videos, it's like, oh, you need this kind of thing. And I keep thinking about it like, okay, I need to go ahead and get that, because how else am I have it if I don't get it, y'all? And I got all of these things to do, all this content to bring y'all. And I told myself when I first started, I was like, don't bring the dolls up, because if you bring the dolls up, baby, guess what? It's just going to be the dolls. And it's going to bring a lot of attention to your channel, because grown-ups like to look at dolls, and children certainly do. But one thing about me, I'm not getting ready to do no doll scripts. This ain't getting ready to be no TV show. I don't want to do no TV show. I just want to talk about the dolls and let them, do what they doing and stuff like that. Let me show y'all the size of when I first, or this dollhouse at least, when I first started working on it after I painted it. So I made this church. I just colored some paper and made that church, because they have to be going somewhere. And you see, I started this when it was COVID. You see what it says? Welcome to Southside Christian Community Church. I gave it a pastor. Then I said, due to COVID-19, services are being held in our social hall, limited seats. Please call church for more details. Right? Then it has the times and things like that. And then I made a readers, because my dolls, am I thinking, they have to go somewhere. And while you saying they go in different places, you should have somewhere for them to go. So I made a Rita's Italian Nice type of thing. And it's got flavors and where it's open. And you see it's got two people working at the window. Okay. A car is parked on the parking lot. And you can just go order. People standing in line. Then down here we have Starbucks. Okay. And Starbucks is, you know what it is. It's the coffee shop. And I did the best I could with looking at, some kind of Google images to make it look like, they were going into a restaurant type of situation. And then we have three more on the other side. We have 3 more on this side. And, of course, wait a minute, why's my hand there? Of course, we got to have somewhere they can eat quick, and they have McDonald's. Okay? This was at COVID season in 2020. Okay? 2021. Face coverings to be worn. Then we have something that I named a pizza parlor type of place, and Donna's Beauty Salon, because come on, it is the Barbies and they have to be going somewhere. So they can get pizza, they can meet at Donna's after they finish their spa, and if they want to go out after church or on the evening, they can go to Outback. Okay? So I made these type of things just to dress up this dollhouse on the sides. And now I'm not sure if I want to repaint it or what I want to do with it. But I have all of these things, and I just wanted to show y'all that I have all kinds of things. And this is like, you know, today we're going to dress up 1 bedroom, or we're going to find the furniture for, you know, the balcony or something like that. And that's a whole video within itself, because you got to get this stuff out and you got to pull it out and you got to come together with it and everything like that. And we have boxes of stuff, you know, everywhere. Boxes of stuff everywhere. You can't believe me when I tell you that none of this stuff was in a box like you see it. All of it was in these doll houses. Every single piece of it. All of it. And you like, no way. Yes, way. All the way. You can't believe it. I know you can't. Do y'all see this? Little teeny tote bags with magazines in it, where she sat down and she clipped, there go books, stacks of books, let's see. Stacks of books. She clipped the circulars for the sale paper, and she had that by the refrigerator with the notes, and I kept some of that stuff. That stuff is there. I'm just saying. This is the food. Some of the food look like this. Oreos and cones and cereal and all kinds of stuff. I said it was all in the closets and everywhere. Blenders and y'all, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know how I'm looking on this because I can't see how to see. Am I looking at y'all? Because to me it looked like I'm looking way over there. But I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you did, you know, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Like this video. Comment. Have you subscribed to this channel? Oh my goodness. Why haven't you subscribed already? You don't like me? Oh. You gonna subscribe now? I sure do appreciate it. I do. I hope you want to hang out with me. Please subscribe to this channel. Like our video and comment. Because that's how we get, you know, the algorithm moving our way. When you like it, especially when you like it, right? And when you share it. Because every time we like a video, maybe you didn't know, every time you like a video, it gets saved in your YouTube library. Even if you don't have a channel. You might have something like 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 likes for all of these channels. Who knows? But the more you like it, the better it feeds the algorithm for my side. And I sure hope you will subscribe. And until we come back again, peace and blessings to you all.